Hello, welcome to viewers. Thanks for being. We have called the podcast a bad year, and we'll see why. Um, bad year, a bad year. But why have we decided to call this podcast that? Let's start with that because I consider that this year has been bad. Bad. Or what do you consider? Taking into account that the uses is COVID-19 or that our daily activities change because of this disease. But I have come a long way. I introduce myself. So Luis Felipe and my podcast partner Pedro. Hello Pedro.
Hahaha, y Luis Pecados, del doing al atalo active, changeang a look. I mean, I use the good or with college time 11 and for a long time tranquil the pandemic some ever even suffering from this disease because they have been exposed to it.
Now that you mention it, we haven't been out for a long time. I remember that before the pandemic started, I used to go to the movies a lot. It is it is not that we have something spectacular, but it was enjoyed.
O's goals and it were considered stone points. I thank you from me points on with of causes the pandemic causing in a big super y os and I want is ointment. The truth is indeed depending from what some mean what cause affect at the entire planet. The often precaution to get avoiding ticks and wax. I know learning our do transport de me a school that that me expect do much money.
Speaking of that, I never really believed I was I was living a pandemic. I something saw news sums in which they talked about pandemics and how those pandemics eliminate a large amount of the world population. While I was watching those videos or reading about those that made me think and even doubted that this could happen. Telling you that I even came to believe that they could be part of the stories that the elite modified to instill fear in the population. Because I really did not believe that. Now it's happening. It is real. Even I was affected. I appreciated that it was not so bad in my family because it was really uncomfortable, and because of fear, because many people have already unfortunately died because of it. May they rest in peace.
Actually, brother, in my family is affects and was another really we for modify activity first for it. I got a screen modifications I model in my activity and not because and what though it was the going school.
Right. That's something they really forced used to do.
I'm father big works since we took out and until work them remotely we scouting as well very used in beginning big the pandemic I start worrying with this thank class because ready the economy mass skill affected me pandemic were affecting the good still works and tell you may do a pay for the family expense.
No, and thanks goodness that is was not so serious, or at least it was not so serious that he had to say goodbye to a family member.
I was really wax a very day most, but I am grateful that that did not happen and well. On our main works, I'm good side that the activity continued to be something monomatic. What do take you a clear bank in world really ranking in class? I grade that me moderate in tall a wax me seriously do study.
I thought I was the only one since the quarantine began, and to begin to take the dance classes I began to lose interest in studying. I really consider myself a little self-taught person regarding subject that I do not want to know about school, because I like to research. I like it, but without discriminating, because the subject sitting in the school really to investigate them on my own gave me fatigue that I prefer to avoid. Something I did help me, because before I only dedicate myself to school, and the time in the afternoon I used it so for tasks or activities such as going to ride a bicycle. However, when the pandemic began, I also decided to start working, and basically that is what my activity changed. Before, in the mornings, I would show up to the school. Now, the only thing I do in the morning is homework, and of the course, also take my classes. So that is afternoon. That in the afternoon, sorry, I can go to work, and that's basically my whole week by extension on Thursdays. I rest at work, and that day in the afternoon I dedicate to doing late tasks or moving ahead with tasks to be able to be more free during the morning of the week, and also contributed to the home.
Where was the you fellow in the me thank you works and learn to do was the pandemic I only body negative in thank you books is where perfect the dark even thank you there no longer access I would our prefer that you never come of only beautiful and pandemic I limit semi do working and doing however as the use that is the ready intimate rag I put for wax a even to drink for and dry phoenix we talk book not even dog.
Do you know what is the ugliest?
Wax. wax.
I had saved an amount of money to go for a walk in San Jose del Pacifico, and what do you think? The pandemic arrived and I could not go for different reasons, but the trigger was undoubtedly the pandemic, and I did not like it so badly before. I remember that, but now yes, I hate you pandemic. I hate you COVID-19. I hate you.
No, what do you mention the sport freaks close because of wax? Advice though, there's the of not going to play soccer in the fix in-house thank you class on lanes with veins beg to go you haze.
They closed everything. Everything went to rain. I hate you, COVID-19. I hate you. I hate you.
I no longer I no longer wax the estimate activity in weeks the no have do wax or in weeks school are wax not necessary for usted to go for wax weeks with friends they was para soccer go for weeks friends the company they thank you to they are in new groups no not the only thing don't go online class with the iPhone and the Homer for them the Homer you as the Rex and some is big friends Mary friends info next everything was frightened with the pandemic, with the cause COVID-19, and if you for the picture and dogs said what a prophecy the COVID document exists. No, I'm sorry. Don't think it that like do. With work with the pandemic and lie in more or I could independence de shampoo with the case Cruz and when to me but that is apart
That thing happened with the pandemic. Many things changed. In summary, I could say that before I went out paddling with friends, I used to go to Tolistoki or spas. I also used to visit friends to play video games, and as you say, most of the things that are done in a group. And now I just spend it in class while doing that, and then go to work and get home to rest. If I am honest with you, I don't like this. And if we talk about preferences, I also prefer a thousand times that third is not pandemic.
well and do you think they are more issues to jail issues clarify
That's right, my friend. Thanks for accepting my podcast proposal. And for now, that will be it. See you later.